Hello boys and girls, we thought you might like to listen to a story this week. So today's story is called Little Miss Shy by Roger Hargreaves. And we chose Little Miss Shy and the Little Miss books and Mr. Men books for this week because they celebrate a birthday. Does anybody know what anniversary they're celebrating? I wonder if you could find out and let us know. Send us a voicemail on Seesaw. What anniversary are the Little Miss and Mr. Men books celebrating this year? So this one was written by the father, Roger Hargreaves, but his son also continued writing the books after Mr. Roger Hargreaves passed away. You will notice that there are lots of different books. I wonder which one is your favourite. Perhaps you could draw us a picture and send it on Seesaw to us. Little Miss Shy just couldn't help it. Being shy, that is. She was terribly, desperately shy. She was so shy it hurt, which is why they called it painfully shy. If at any time at all anyone at all said anything at all to her, she blushed like a beetroot. She lived all alone in a little house quite a long way from where you live. In fact, quite a long way from where anybody lives. Thimble Cottage. Little Miss Shy was so shy she couldn't bring herself to leave her little cottage. She never went shopping. The thought of walking into a shop and asking for something was absolutely terrifying. So she grew her own food in the garden of Thimble Cottage and lived a very quiet life. Very, very, very quiet indeed. Bang, bang, bang! Little Miss Shy, who was having her breakfast in the kitchen of Thimble Cottage, dived under the table in terror. But it was only the postman knocking at the door. "Anybody home?" he called. Little Miss Shy, under the table, put her hands over her ears. She must be out, thought the postman to himself, and pushed the letter he was carrying under the door and walked away. Little Miss Shy waited and waited and waited until the sound of his footsteps had died away. And then she waited some more. In fact, she spent most of that day under her kitchen table. It was dark by the time Little Miss Shy dared to come out. There it was, on the doormat. The very first letter she'd had in the whole of her life. She opened it cautiously. It was from Mr. Funny. "You are invited," said the letter, "to a party," it went on Saturday," it said, "at 3 o'clock. It added, "It's going to be fun, fun, fun." Little Miss Shy was horrified. She looked at the letter again. "I can't go," she thought. "There'll be people there. People!" In the whole wide world there was absolutely nothing that frightened Little Miss Shy as much as the thought of people. She worried about it all night long. But the following morning she had made a decision. "I'll have to go," she thought. "It wouldn't be polite not to." But 5 minutes later she changed her mind, and 5 minutes later she changed her mind back again. But 5 minutes later, guess what happened? That's right, she didn't sleep that night at all. The following day was Friday, and that Friday Little Miss Shy changed her mind 144 times. That's how many 5 minutes there are in a day. She was going to the party. She wasn't going to the party. She was going to the party. She wasn't. She was. It's a long day. That Friday night was even worse than Thursday night had been. She didn't sleep a wink, not even half a wink. Saturday morning came and went. Saturday lunchtime came and went. Little Miss Shy just couldn't eat a thing. 1 o'clock in the afternoon came and went. 2 o'clock in the afternoon came and went. 3 o'clock, the party time, came. And went. Poor little Miss Shy didn't. She couldn't. She just sat there, and a tear rolled down her cheek. Oh, I do so wish I wasn't so shy. 4 o'clock came. There was a loud knock at the door. Little Miss Shy hid behind her chair. The door opened. And in walked Mr. Funny. I knew you wouldn't come, he laughed, looking at her behind the chair. So, he went on, I've come to take you. So little Miss Shy blushed and blushed and blushed. Come on, cried Mr. Funny, seizing her by the hand. You'll enjoy it once you're there. And he marched the blushing little lady off to his party. Everybody was there. Little Miss Shy didn't feel very well, but everybody talked to her, and everybody was very nice, and gradually, the longer the party lasted, bit by bit, little by little, eventually, guess what happened? She stopped blushing and actually started to enjoy herself. Told you so, laughed Mr. Funny, and little Miss Shy nodded and giggled. She was having the time of her life, and only blushing a bit. And do you know who she met at the party? Have a guess. Who do you think? Mr. Quiet. I used to be shy like you, she said. Little Miss Shy looked at him. I don't believe you, she giggled, and then she thought. Would you like to come to Thimble Cottage for tea tomorrow? She said. Mr. Quiet looked at her. Me? He said, blushing like a beetroot. Tea? He said, blushing like 2 beetroots. Tomorrow, he said, blushing like a whole sack full of beetroots. And then he fainted. Here's a picture of lots more Little Miss. Which one is your favourite? Have you read them all? Can you pause the video now and chat to the person who you're learning with at home and pick your favourite? And perhaps pick one that you might like to read in the library when you get back to school.